Porn is art. Don't ever let.
No, it is. It is. And then I was even thinking too, 3 Oak podcast. I mean, Raleigh City Oaks. You could do like
porn.
Twitter porn. Fun. Twitter porn is almost as fun as Tumblr porn.
No. There's nothing like Tumblr porn.
That is also true.
Yeah. Nigga, Tumblr porn, bro, on the low.
Off the charts. Never get on Tumblr anywhere besides your house.
Okay. Hello.
The coca me por it.
The coca me por it. Mama.
The coca me por it. Is Offset African?
Nah, none of all of them are.
The coca me. Like all he's missing is the clicks.
Oh man.
You guys heard of law of attraction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, opposite attraction like that.
No, law of attraction. So basically, like all your thoughts are pure energy. So basically, your thoughts have the power to manifest themselves. That's why it's important to control your thinking.
Thoughts become things.
Yeah. So I signed up on just like this email blast for this law of attraction planner. And they literally just sent an email today about, it's literally called Why Writing Your Dreams Brings Magic and Not Putting Them in the Cell Phone. That's literally what the topic of the email is. I just read it before I came here. Message.
What?
Message.
Yeah.
Love that movie, by the way.
Bring back that.
The baby body.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Damn, I want to watch that movie.
That's a
tonight.
classic.
It is. I love that movie.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Welcome to the 3 Oak podcast, where even the artists can be fans. AJ the Menace.
Shane and Petty, the coca me por it.
Javada Hunter.
Gucci pot down. Ooh, yeah. And today is episode 37.
Yes.
I called out
years old.
How does it feel, man? 37 hours plus. No, more than 37 hours, because I'm not even counting those numbers as the Game of Thrones ones we were doing.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole nother. That's 7 on top of that.
Yeah.
So we're like 40 something episodes in.
Yeah. That's technically.
Technically.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know,
But
I'm just
we're
over
talking
here
about
with my
the-
training wheels on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
excuse me.
How's it feel? Episode 2. How's it feel?
The newborn.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice to hear. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I called out of work today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't even work today?
I didn't do it. I didn't.
Why?
Oh.
Well, last night I was up till like 4.
Yikes.
Oh.
And then I woke up on time, and I wasn't tired like I thought I was. I just felt like I should call out.
Yeah.
So I called out.
So you just didn't feel it? Yeah.
Just didn't feel it,
Yeah.
bro. I just
You
was
know,
like, I
I
feel like I
have
shouldn't be at work today. It's a Sunday.
Strong desire to just talk shit to you. That's 2 times you dropped the ball today.
It is.
Oh,
It
you mean
is.
that and
I
not
wasn't
going to
gonna
work
call him
today?
out
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I just straight up,
Understood, doesn't have to be
I dropped the
explained.
ball today. I didn't do anything but went to Chipotle and got something to eat and came back home.
Wait, so one meal today?
That's it.
Well,
How do you do
really
that?
need to do better.
No, when you wake up at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
okay.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
That's lunch and dinner.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to just opt out of breakfast at that point, and it's just like lunch and dinner. But then the fucked up part is if I'm up till like 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
I'll
You're
get hungry
all
again.
over again.
Yeah, I'll get hungry again, and then I'll eat and go right to sleep, which is like the worst thing you could possibly
Yep.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, fuck it, man.
You're
You know?
human. It's okay.
Yeah.
Last night I tried to go to I did go to bed like around 8 or something like that because the night before I just didn't get any sleep like the
Yeah.
night before. So during the whole day I was trying to watch a movie on Netflix and I was like
Trying to like stay awake so
around
you can
7.
reset.
Yeah, around 7 p.m. I was trying to watch a movie. I was like, man, I am fucking tired.
Yeah.
But I need to go to sleep. I did, and then I woke up at like 4 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to say
like
you woke up
walking
early as hell,
Just
bro.
energized.
Yeah. I was
ready
watching
for
stuff.
the day to start.
I was like, I should go back to sleep because I was like, man, if I could get like a bunch of sleep, I rarely do, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
yeah.
But
then
8 to 4 is good sleep.
yeah, and then like around like 6 a.m. or something like that, I had like the sleep paralysis thing that I get sometimes. yeah,
What's
you know,
That's
like,
scary.
yeah.
That has to be.
Because you
I hear
hallucinate,
people-
too.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
terrifying.
What's sleep paralysis?
Sleep paralysis is when like you're half awake and half asleep and you can't move.
Yeah.
What?
You never heard of it? Or they call it like
Hell
lucid
no.
dreaming?
Oh, that's what
I feel like I've
sometimes
seen
you can be present in the dream, but you're awake.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
so you're hallucinating.
Damn,
so
I ain't
you know
never heard
that,
of that
like,
shit.
sometimes I see like figures, and
That's
some people say
crazy.
like, maybe like you're halfway in the other side, so you can see other.
I feel like I've seen like
Interesting.
commercials for this.
See,
Like pills or some
the
shit.
veil is slim. so you can see the
Wow.
other side.
Have you ever seen the other side? Do you think?
I've heard voices, but like I said, you don't know because it's like could be
How often does
hallucination.
this happen?
Not often. Not often.
Have the voices ever said anything crazy to do?
Not to do, but I've heard crazy things.
What'd you heard?
I've heard like one time when I was sleeping in my room. I have a few stories. Yeah, I have a few like borderline paranormal.
He's like, I done seen some shit.
Yeah, borderline, but they're not like bad. Like nothing bad happened to me. I've heard like like a lady say something like behind me, and like I heard like a lady speaking at the dresser.
Is it always women?
No, because one time it was like, I think it was like a male voice. Like one time I heard like I slept with my head like this, like where my head towards the bottom of the bed.
Okay.
And
just like your face was slat.
Yeah, instead of sleeping like where the pillow would be.
Yeah.
I slept like the other way.
Okay.
I remember like the TV, the whole room was dark. This is when I lived with my mom at the time.
Yeah.
And like through the door you could see like this blackness. Yeah. And I remember I was asleep, and I heard a voice say, "The only thing separating," something like this, like the only thing separating you and I is this door. And then as soon as that happened, I opened my eyes and just saw like the blackness. In the crack of the door, and then I was like looking, like trying to look, and I didn't see anything. So I was just like,
"No, couldn't have been me."
So I was like,
Holy shit!
So then
that sounds scary as hell.
I would have had a
bro.
whole night light. I would have been looking at. Excuse me, is anyone else here?
And then I like I slept right on the right side of the bed, and then maybe like 30 minutes in, going back to sleep, I was just like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
I went back to sleep, and I thought I felt.
What?
Yeah, like somebody scraped my neck. Like
oh my gosh!
Holy shit!
And then I got up. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was looking around, and I didn't see anything, so I was just like,
wow.
Nigga, that's scary.
Like,
that is super scary.
Yeah, other stories, hearing voices, and and other stuff. But like I said, like that one, I didn't know how to like explain.
Right.
I was like,
there is no explanation.
That's
for
like going cross like hallucination.
Yeah.
The other ones it was like they're probably hallucinations. But they usually happen like when I have sleep paralysis, so that's why it's hard to tell.
Does it usually happen maybe around like the same time at night? Between like certain hours.
And like I said, like it's not like often.
Yeah.
It's not like a constant thing. Like I remember it was like when one of them happened. It was like 2014, and that was like once that year. Yeah. Wait, what was your question?
Does it happen like at the same time? Like
I don't even think
about
so.
it.
Yeah. Like I've never like
That's
checked
crazy.
at the time. Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, my mom has like weird stories too.
You guys are connected.
Yeah, I think it's like our like spiritual thing,
spiritual
thing is like strong with the other side. Yeah, so.
Some people, because isn't it like just like a family thing? I don't know about
it.
It
It can be.
It's like a family thing.
Yeah,
because I feel like most psychics be like my grandmother, and her grandmother.
Yeah,
and all. It's like generational.
Yeah, my brother, he had like at least 2 stories.
Wow,
where he heard like a knock like late night on his door when he lived where he lived before he moved.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like
knowing his neighborhood, bro. Knowing his neighborhood, it might have been a nigga actually knocking, bro.
Oh yeah,
because that neighborhood is crazy, bro. Yeah. It's not crazy. It's just like every so often, just the wackiest shit would happen. One time I was at his house and I was getting high, and his brother doesn't even really smoke like that.
Yeah.
If he at this point he wasn't smoking at all. Like he might have tried it way later after that, but he hadn't smoked at all. So I was on his back porch, and I'm like smoking a blunt, and it wasn't even a blunt. It was like a bowl, so it was really quick. You know what I mean? Like, you just go back in the house, right? Somebody knocked on the back door, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I'd have been terrified.
I was like, are the fucking police here? Like,
oh, shit. Yeah,
I was like, I just put this shit out. I just put this shit out. Come to find out, it was his neighbor looking for a hit, dog.
Oh.
I was like, nigga. You cannot be doing that, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot be doing that, bro.
I'm in the zone, and you come fucking knocking. Did you knock hard, too?
Oh, yeah. It was like, I'm trying to, it was a,
No.
it was a good,
okay,
it was a good knock, bro. And on the back door on top of that, like, why wouldn't you go to the front?
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so hot, bro. I thought the police was there already. I was like, holy shit. Like, that was quick.
Yeah.
Shit. They were onto you as soon as you started rolling and shit. Yeah.
But we do have some agendas. We do have some things we're going to bang out on this episode because we're coming structured at you fools. How does it feel, nigga?
Yeah.
You want to tell us what the first one is?
All right, so
Structure.
yes.
I don't know. What is it again?
Let's chat.
Yeah.
So we're all fans of the Marvel Universe, I'm assuming.
Facts.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
So of course, you know, we're finally getting our movie.
Yep.
We've got the Prince of Wakanda,
Please be good.
T'Challa,
Please
our
be
Black
good.
Panther.
Please be
Facts.
great.
So Black Panther's pre-sales have broken the record for any Marvel movie,
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Which means black people are going to the theater.
Yes.
It wasn't
That-
before.
That's true.
That
It
means,
is true.
we like to see ourselves on screen. So and
Every
it
time
shows.
we
But
come
it-
out and do something, we break records.
It
though.
just goes back to, I think, a couple episodes ago where you were talking about how important representation is.
Yeah.
It just falls back to that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just having us on, being able to see us on screen.
Well, yeah, and then there was a black director and everything. I think they did it.
Yeah, that I
exactly how it
didn't.
should
I
have
didn't
been.
know there was a black director.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been following him since Creed
Okay.
because he did
He's the same one
Creed.
that did Creed.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And before that, Fruitvale Station.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he
Lauren
did-
was just telling me to watch that movie, so he does a lot of work with Michael B. Jordan. Then
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's worked with him a lot, and he's in Black Panther too. So he's
Right.
continuing to work. That could be his Martin Scorsese, I guess.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we
But
talked about. I'm glad Michael B. Jordan's name came up. Well, I
Yeah.
just brought it up, but whatever.
Okay.
This is a fresh conversation today as well.
Yeah.
I was talking to Lauren about this, and I was talking to Drew about it last night. But I went in more depth this morning with Lauren this morning. I do not think Michael B. Jordan is that good as an actor of the level that we're putting him on. He's getting way too powerful of roles for his level of skill, I feel like. You feel the same way? Please tell me I'm not the only one, bro. Because this is the thing, and I'm going to explain more before you put your two
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, you got these women fooled because you're attractive. So
That's
that's
what I was going to say. It's because he looks good.
Exactly. So that is one thing. But when it comes to so Creed is the best performance I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
But even when it came to the emotional scenes in Creed, where we need to see that deliver value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
especially
Deliver
the scene
value.
with him and what's the
Stallone.
Stallone
Yeah.
in the restaurant. You know exactly
Okay,
what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
I was like, whoa, way to drop the ball, my nigga.
Yeah.
That scene was supposed to be emotional. It was trash to me.
Yeah.
But besides that, I feel like he did good in the movie.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
movie was good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to scenes like that where it's like it's not like his body or action based,
Yeah.
he completely drops the ball.
Yeah. You're not wrong. No, because that's what I have been thinking for a while. I was
Yeah,
just like-
bro. It's
I mean, because I guess the movie news that I watch, I watch movie news every day the way people watch
It's your thing, yeah.
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 What I'm trying to see. This is how disconnected I am from sports. I can't even think.
oh,
of
like first take and shit like that.
Yeah. You're Sports Center and shit.
Yeah.
You know that thing.
That one show.
Yeah.
Where they talk about
Most
the
men
stuff.
in America watch.
Yeah.
We just kind of missed that.
Yeah. So that's how I watch movie news and shit. And the way all the white hosts would talk about Michael B. Jordan is he's this Academy. Michael B. Jordan is he's this Academy Award level actor, and he's I could see him getting that. He should have gotten an Oscar for this. And Creed, he should have been nominated, not Stallone. But I was like, yeah, but
You were
Stallone
underwhelmed.
killed it.
Yeah.
Stallone,
killed.
he killed it.
The scene when he discovers that he got cancer.
That was
That's
powerful, bro.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But they were saying he should have got a nomination too, and I was like, his performance was average.
It was- that's what I'm
Honorable
saying.
mention.
And that's
it was-
exactly
it was
what
serviceable.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's exactly
really
what I think
noteworthy.
about him.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nothing. It's never noteworthy.
Yeah.
It's always
Not
extremely
Denzel,
average.
Not
Exactly.
Denzel level or anything.
And then that's what I know. Like Lauren was saying and Drew was saying, they were like, "Yeah, he's not Denzel level." I said exactly.
It's kind of basic.
He's just
fine.
like
He's fine.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, he's fine.
And it's like.
You give him
But
like a
I
C
think,
plus.
Yeah.
but I feel, he's a
Yeah,
solid C
yeah.
plus. He's nowhere near a B to me. No, he's a C. He's a C to me, straight C.
Shit, not even a
not
plus.
minus,
It's
not
a
plus.
strong C.
He's a
Oh,
strong
yeah.
C.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strong C.
He's
Like,
passing. He's average.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
I guess, and I feel like the only reason that we're putting him in these movies, bruh. So
We love to
okay,
see him.
yeah, the women. He's gonna turn out the women
that's
ticket
true.
sales. Period. Okay, and then so then out of all this hype, this just started really bothering me the last week. I'm like, Black Panther is supposed to be excellent, but then we have Michael B. Jordan as our villain.
Oh, so you're a little worried?
I'm a little worried, bro. I'm a little worried.
You know what? In the trailers, it is kind of weird. I mean, I have been noticing that he does this expression
Exactly.
and I was just like,
Exactly.
I don't know if he's going a little extra.
It's a little extra, bro.
I don't know. You know?
Exact-
I haven't
and
seen
that's-
fully
Right,
clips of him,
Right.
but it's just come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just like,
I want to burn it all. I'm like, I don't know, my G.
yeah.
And that's it. So that's why I'm worried because I'm
Okay.
like, Lauren was like, nah, bro, you just think he's a corny nigga. I said, kind of, but at the same time.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't know, bro, because the Heath Ledger
Yeah.
wasn't crazy on my radar. But when that
but he
goddamn,
did
but
the
in that
Joker.
trailer,
Yeah.
when that
To
nigga
the
said,
fucking
and
thing.
here we go, I felt that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said,
He was
this is-
lost.
Yeah, I said, it's a little different now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's
Long way
not
from
on.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. The only Heath Ledger movie that I vividly remember is The Knight's Tale, because I seen it. It used to come on
Oh,
TV
yeah.
all the
Oh,
time.
always,
yeah.
All the
Yeah.
time. But
And 10 Things I Hate About You. That's a good one.
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I'm worried about the Black Panther movie, and it just started bothering me recently, like, because I had to feel like I pretty much had the same feeling everybody else. This is about to be our movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be excellent.
I'm going in an
hoping-
African traditional dress.
Oh.
I just want to make that.
I'm just
Right,
hoping to
that
cut
shiki.
his like talking lines to a minimum, because he's fine,
Yeah.
or at least emotional
No
parts.
lines.
Yeah, like
the whole time.
yeah, man. That's why I'm
Maybe
just
he's
like.
really good at portraying evil.
Yeah.
Let's not count him out just yet.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have been able to see that from the trailer though.
Huh? Oh.
Portraying evil.
I mean, but you know,
I mean, but they haven't
they're
shown-
Just gonna give
they
you
haven't
the
shown a lot.
smallest sprinkle
Yeah.
of it.
We haven't
to
sho-
make sure you come to the theater.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
we-
coming.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
we
we're
are
coming
yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm coming for, I'm going for Chadwick because I've been celebrating this guy. See now,
Yeah.
The
this
Black
guy.
Panther dude.
Yeah,
You've been
now
talking about
this
him since
guy.
the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, this is the one that I feel the way people talk about Michael B. Jordan, they should be talking about
Absolutely.
Chadwick.
Exactly.
Because
yes.
when he came out in like 42,
Right.
I was like, well, I didn't go to see it or anything, but I was just like, oh, okay, some new
Well,
guy.
see, and for a minute, I was getting worried that he was going to be typecast as like these quintessential like black
African.
figures.
Yeah.
You know, because
yeah,
he
yeah.
was Jackie Robinson, and then he was James Brown.
Yeah.
But now to see him, I mean, you know, I'm a huge fan of MCU.
Yeah.
Huge fan. I wore my Stark Industries jacket yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think he did really, really well.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh,
And
in
he's what, like-
40?
Yeah.
40,
Well, in Civil War.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I think he's over 40.
Is he?
Yeah, I think
Damn,
so.
really?
He's older.
Oh, I thought he was like
Yeah,
late.
No.
Like at least
I thought he was like
35 or
mid to
something.
mid 30s, early 30s.
Yeah.
No, I think he's 40 plus.
He's-
I'm pretty sure.
Keeping his skin good.
It doesn't crack, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
What's his name?
Chadwick
Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, like Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It popped up immediately.
Yeah. No, but when I saw him at like 42, I was like, oh, okay, some new
Yeah.
guy. When he came out as James Brown, that's when I was like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah, he's 40.
I didn't know he was capable of that.
Yeah, bro. He's 40.
Oh, is it? Oh, just on the dot? 40?
Yeah, 40. He doesn't.
Oh, so then
He
that means
doesn't
like
look that
last
old
year
at
he
all.
was
he does
pretty
not look
good.
that old at all.
I was
thought he
thinking like
That's
33,
what I was
35.
thinking. Mid 30s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he blew. That's when he became officially on my radar because if you look at him in 42 and then look at him as James Brown, those are two completely different characters.
Yeah.
He transformed.
Right.
He became James
Michael
Brown.
B.
you know?
Jordan is 30. He's not getting any.
He's
better.
what? He's what?
He's 30, bro.
Why are you going
Oh,
back
30.
to Michael B. Jordan?
Oh yeah, just to make yourself upset.
It's dope for him, bro.
You're just really not a fan.
Yeah.
What did
No,
Michael B. Jordan do to you?
It's not that I'm a fan. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out why he's on this pedestal.
No,
That's
you-
what I'm trying to figure
You're
out.
like you should have changed your goddamn name. We already have it, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't, because it's just like, I feel like, I see the hype built around Black Panther, and then there's also hype built around him.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
It's
why?
because he looks good.
Well, hey, well, you know, like
The
they've been
law
trying to
of
shut
the-
him down lately. Have you guys
Oh,
heard?
with the thing with the him
It's
not-
ridiculous, but
Did
yeah,
he say
yeah.
he doesn't date black women?
I didn't hear
No, I
anything.
don't think he ever said that, but I don't know. Yeah.
I just knew that was
I
a
don't know,
thing, but
man.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if he said it, I would have seen it somewhere.
Oh,
like-
of course.
No,
Could've been,
come on,
yeah.
man. This is a big ass black movie. Everybody's, is breaking records and shit. There's
Yeah.
gonna be somebody that wants to tear it down.
That's true,
I don't
yeah.
know. There was red flags in me going off. I'm like, who made this shit up?
Yeah,
I
I did see it.
to try to ruin
But no,
and
I
get
thought
black
they
people
said
to
that
not
they
pull
did
out.
See him. He's dating like I don't want to say
She's
white.
Spanish. No,
yeah.
she's a
Is she?
Spanish chick.
yeah.
Are
She
you?
might look white, but she's a Spanish
Yeah,
chick
I
though.
mean-
Yeah, but still, they're
Whatever.
trying to upset black people.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
some black people actually get angry at that.
That's
Oh,
true.
he
And it
is?
turns
Then
them
I'm
off
not going
completely, yeah.
to the movie because he's not dating someone of the same ethnicity as I am. So
Nope, still
therefore,
gonna
I'm
see
going
it.
to.
Hey, Dr. Umar Johnson wouldn't go.
Yeah, Dr. Umar.
He's going through some shit right now.
Oh,
Too,
I heard
'cause-
that. Yeah.
because they stripped his the state stripped
Yeah.
his doctor.
I briefly heard. Yeah.
Doctor.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Dr. Umar
Claire-
Johnson.
Yeah.
It's
I only saw him on Breakfast Club
I
once.
pretty much just know from the Breakfast Club. So
Oh,
it's
so
like,
you too?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I'm
psychologist
not familiar.
who pretty much is like black activism.
Pro-black, yeah.
Super pro-black. And he's a psychologist, so he does work. He's from Philly, I think. He's low key. He's kind of blasphemous. Like he's like not blasphemous, but it's like he'll say some shit that really get up underneath a nigga's skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like he says.
Probably what he's going for, though.
That's pretty much what he's going for at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, and then he backs everything up with psychology. He's a good debater. He's a good public speaker.
He's not one of those people like piss you off.
But the main thing with him is that he's been collecting money for this school he's gonna build, and the school has never been built. So he's been like a lot of other black people like have been attacking him because they like you just take money, and you don't ever plan on building this school. And then now his psychology degree or certification was stripped from him for like or suspended or some shit like that. Something like that.
It's like I'm not a doctor anymore.
Yeah,
no doctor in front of my name anymore. I mean, I don't do anything doctor-like, but
I didn't get no pre-sale tickets for no.
I didn't either. I'm just
so
gonna.
we're probably
I'm a kind of guy that
we're probably not gonna be able to watch it for like a week.
That's fine.
Well, if we
it
go
depends
to
on what days you go.
I don't like to go with a theater full of people anyway because
Me
it's always
neither.
niggas
It's too
talking.
much. Yeah.
And I'm trying to watch the
and
movie.
Now that I'm off on Thursdays, I'm gonna go like daytime on a Thursday.
That's smart.
Yeah, like as soon as they like the first showtime.
That's I like to go at odd times.
Yeah, like the 1 o'clock movie.
I want there to be like 5 people in the theater with me.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect. Yeah.
Most of the movies that I went to like recently, I usually go to this theater in Apex,
Beaver Creek.
Yeah, because the one in Cary, like
Crossroads.
they have
really
Crossroads.
It gets busy.
They have assigned seatings, and I thought I loved it at
that's
first.
Right. Yeah.
I thought I
really?
loved it at first
A lot of the,
Until you
a lot
got
of
a
the
fucked
ones
up
do that.
seat.
until every time I said, the only seats that are left is the one right at the front. So I went to see Wonder Woman.
Well, did they at least have the seats where you could like lay back?
I mean, yeah,
So, I guess
but
that makes
still, come on, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't wanna
still
watch
way
that.
too close. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It's like a rectangle. It's yeah.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. They got assigned seating. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
know they did that?
Yeah.
I haven't been to the movie theater. I haven't been to that Crossroads one.
Okay,
in a
then
long
yeah.
time.
No.
Yeah. I started.
I found
going
out last
to
year.
The one in White Oak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
closer
good.
to the house.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Right.
No, I just found out
one I
last
saw.
year. Like, I just went to see some movie with a friend, and I was like, "Holy shit!" They have they revamped it. There's space to walk. You don't have to excuse me. Like, there's nice.
I
space
just like the
between
fact
your
that
seats.
you pop that button and I'm reclined enjoying a movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's looking like a damn detective. secret, private eye or something.
Cameron San Diego.
Yeah. And the world is coming. San Diego.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm sure we'll watch it because when does it come out? What day of the week is it? Friday?
I'm sure it's a Friday.
It's in the teens. It's like
It's
February.
like February.
Is it like right after Valentine's Day?
It's got to be.
Like 15th or
I
something?
think.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna see it on like the first Thursday after that.
Smart.
In,
Sounds
the
like a
middle of the
planning to
day.
me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the.
I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping it's good, man. Like take or leave, like Michael B. Jordan. Cause
but we're talking overall.
A movie, with a weak performance, like a movie can't. Well, it depends
can
because he's the villain.
overshit.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a key role, but I don't think. But I think he'll be serviceable.
The
I think
machine,
he'll be
like the
serviceable.
Marvel machine, is not going to let any part of it
Yeah.
be a dud.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's
That's
no
true.
way.
And Ryan Coogler, like I said, him as well, like Chadwick. I've just been following. Like when I went to see Creed, after that I was like, oh, like I felt like a victory because every time I see like a black
Of course.
filmmaker, especially like they make something great,
Right.
I'm just like, yes, because
Yeah.
a lot of them. Like we have like a
Absolutely.
lot of
Absolutely.
mediocre, black filmmakers, but on that level, and Ava DuVernay with
Yeah.
Selma, like there's this
Oh, yeah.
rising of like black, almost intellectual level
I agree.
filmmaking, So and I was like, holy shit, like black,
Black excellence.
yeah, it's
a
coming
thing.
back,
Black
So-
magic.
Yeah, black magic and
Ew.
making its way into filmmaking. Like sometimes I get jealous of the '90s because I'm like,
Because it was everywhere.
I wish I was a black
You wish you were-
filmmaker around them because that's when we were really popping, like with
Yeah.
Spike
like,
Lee.
Yeah,
and,
like you wish you were like 25
Keenan
at that
Ivory
time.
Wayans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where
Doing
you were-
it.
Yeah.
the Hughes brothers with what's that? Menace to Society and
Oh yeah.
fucking Boyz
There
II
was a
Men,
bunch of
John
opportunity out
Singleton.
Yeah.
It was like the '90s. We were popping.
It's
you
almost
know?
like the new wave of it, though. You think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Because
this is the
remember,
second coming around.
after that disappeared, all we had was Tyler Perry.
Right.
All we had was Tyler Perry.
Damn, but
for
Tyler-
like 15 years.
Tyler
Yeah.
Perry had a fire run. Like
did.
he
Yeah.
had like
Yeah.
a heavy
Yeah.
long-term run.
Yeah.
It just cooled down not too long
Oh
ago.
no, yeah, it cooled down now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still making money with like the Boo movies and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know?
he's still dropping. He
I
just
used
dropped
to
a
hate on
Halloween
him.
movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
He
used
just
to hate
dropped
on
it.
him back in the day because I was just like, man, this is the only thing we got. It's almost like the movie Dear White People, where She said, like,
Oh yeah.
her white boyfriend was just like, hey, you guys still go see Tyler Perry movies. Those aren't like conscious movies. And she was like, we're an undefended demographic. I was like, that is perfectly
That's
said.
true.
Yeah, that's
This is
true.
all we got.
Right.
But not anymore.
Right.
So I'm just like, this is an exciting time.
Dun, 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 dun. Medea's all we got.
Yeah. Just a black guy in a dress.
Medea's all we got.
Yeah, but don't play like you didn't watch like the stage plays, the Medea
No,
stage.
I watched
no,
the
I
stage
didn't.
plays and skipped through all the songs.
Actually,
Oh, of course. Fast forward.
I actually enjoyed the
The
first
stage
marriage
plays
movie.
were fire,
What was it?
minus the songs. Everything about the stage plays were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two, what was it called? To get married.
Oh, Why Did I Get Married?
Married.
Those
yeah,
were
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
were
I like
good.
that. Yeah, I only seen the first one, but I liked it because I went to the theater to see
The
that one with my
second one
brother.
is
I haven't seen the
heavier
second one.
than the first one.
Emotionally?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But it's still good.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm looking at this thing,
Yeah.
and I definitely need you to fill me in. Y'all two know
What?
way more on this Golden Globes.
Well, I
because I don't know anything about the Golden Globes.
I know just a.
I saw
just
clips.
That was just a little sprinkle.
A salt-based sprinkle
Yeah.
of that.
Because I didn't even know it came on.
I
Like
didn't
my
either.
mom hit me up because she knows like into like
yeah.
movies and shit.
Well,
and
see,
she was
I
like,
figured that you would be watching it.
yeah. But
He
what
missed
was
it.
happening that night? Like,
So
we
they
were
were-
here. It was Sunday night. Yeah, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
were here.
Yeah.
So we were here. That's
Oh,
why.
well, you
That's
know,
why we missed
I'm
it, then.
dialed in on social media.
Yeah.
So some things that were going on was that a lot of the actors in solidarity wore black to support the Me Too campaign for everyone coming out and speaking out about, the sexual
Harvey
misconduct.
Weinstein
Yeah,
and shit
right.
like that. Yeah.
So there were some issues. I love Justin Timberlake. Most of the community loves Justin Timberlake, but
Yeah.
some people felt the need to call him out. Well, for one, because
He wasn't wearing black.
he was wearing black,
Oh,
but
what? Yeah.
he's going to be in one of Harvey Weinstein's upcoming movies.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably already filmed. What is he supposed to do?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
So people were kind of like, well, how can you sit here and say you're supporting the campaign, but you're in this man's movie?
They gotta pick it. They gotta
Yeah.
pick what they got.
But I
out
mean,
of
even
it.
then,
Yeah.
people have been upset with him too because
Justin Timberlake?
yeah, they
Damn.
felt, well, I mean, some people have accused him of cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, even then
I believe
too,
it,
but I
but-
mean, but even then too, it kind of it's interesting though because now he's
Really?
re-releasing music and it's a totally different sound. Like I consider Justin
Hey,
Timberlake to be an R&B artist, but now he's going
It's straight
Pop.
pop now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen like the dislikes on his new video?
yeah.
Damn, it's crazy.
Honestly, I'm a fan. I
Shit.
haven't listened to it yet because I've heard bad things about it.
It's.
I didn't even know he had a new
What I
song
think
drop.
about it.
Okay.
Because everybody in the comments is like, "Oh, this is garbage," and and some
Yeah.
people say I like it, or some people are
Right.
like it's growing on me.
Yeah.
What I think it is I think the song is not a single.
Okay.
I think
It's a deep cut.
it's like it's one of the songs that would just be on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not a first single like come out of the gate.
Right.
'Cause,
Especially
the
when you've been on
hook ain't catchy
hiatus.
or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a song that was meant to.
It's
to
not
like
a
a
sexy
single.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to be a sexy back.
Yeah.
The way because he's like talking more than singing. Put your man hands.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just think that it would work better if it was just like the intro track to an album. Like it was the first track. I think people would
it
have
shouldn't
just
be the lead
enjoyed
single.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem is. Like he took a track that shouldn't be a single and made it a single, and everybody's like, "Man, this shit is like disappointing."
So
Or
by the
it's not
second
banging.
song, so when he drops the second single, it'll probably be
Who knows?
better
Maybe the
reception.
rest of the album because he has like the Neptunes and Timberland producing and shit. So I don't know who.
So he's
produced
got
this
like
new
the
Filthy.
usual suspects on his next.
Of-
album.
of-
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So
But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it just goes to, I guess, what you want to listen to him for. Because even then, I mean, 2020 Experience was good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a Justified. It wasn't
Yeah.
a Future Sex Love Sounds.
Oh
Definitely
man, that
wasn't.
album. Oh yeah, I was
Yeah,
on
it
a
was
Justin
not bad.
run. Maybe it was like right after that, but I just started looking at his like old videos and I was
Fire.
like, shit.
yeah, Justin used to
I
go
was
on.
like, God damn. Yeah.
He was invited to the
But what would you
cookout. Now
do
I'm
though?
not sure.
Because
Yeah.
say even if he's supposed to be in an upcoming Harvey Weinstein film
Right.
and he's done all the filming for
It's
it, what is he
business,
supposed
What
to
the
do?
film is? Yeah.
Yeah, like what is he supposed to do? Because it's like they have the
Yeah.
footage. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I can't be like,
He would have to say that. And he would probably have to come out and say like,
oh,
yeah,
you would have to say that.
there's
It's
nothing I
I've
can
already
do.
filmed
I
it,
mean,
or it's already
they're
halfway
releasing it.
through.
I have really nothing to do with it. Like, what are they
Right.
gonna do? Edit me out? Like,
And to
it's
be
like-
real, I cashed a check already, my nigga. So,
oh shit! I forgot.
you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah,
Give the money back. Ah,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm
I'd-
sorry, you want me to do what?
I'd
With
have
what?
cashed-
Yeah, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
the what
and-
with the
and-
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
His
he's
money
probably
had
like-
nothing to do with me.
It's probably like, nah, son. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I support the movement. I don't fuck with him now that I know this, but the check has been cashed.
Yeah.
He's like, I already spent it.
Well, even then, too, I guess if we're talking about it, we can expand further. Did you guys see where Seal called out Oprah Okay, so she made this long address at the Golden Globes, basically.
I haven't even watched
in
it.
solidarity
Have
with
you
the
watched
women
it?
of the Me Too allegations. So
Gotcha.
Seal, you guys know the singer,
Yep.
called Oprah out,
Kiss from a rose.
put pictures up on social media of her like chumming it up with Harvey Weinstein.
I saw
and
that.
was
Just give him a kiss.
How can you call someone out for this when you were part of the problem and you knew this was going on the whole time? And I was like, yikes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's a heavy thing. That's I mean,
now, here's the thing too about that, like the knowing part. Are we sure that they knew?
Right.
Because
I see what you're saying.
You know, like if your friend is a rapist, they're not gonna tell you.
If I got caught doing some shit that I never told you about, and then they gonna look at you like, y'all didn't
You
know?
knew he was selling drugs.
Yeah,
I was like,
like,
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me about that portion of his life.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I thought I knew everything. I mean, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like one of those situations because it's like, but it just goes to show you, like, if you're affiliated with someone and then they do something and you have a picture with it,
yeah,
it's like, oh shit, you're going down too.
Conspiracy, man. And I was just listening to this actually like brings me like to conspiracy thing, like how like people like 80. It was like a statistic of like 80 or 70 or maybe even 90% of people in like federal penitentiary are in there off conspiracy.
Wow.
Yeah, like crazy. Like it's a crazy high percentage of people in there just off conspiracy. So like you take a picture, we take a picture. She's been moving fucking 400 pounds of cocaine into this
like she does,
the country. Yeah,
like.
And then they'll just arrest me because if I have a picture with her, I probably knew something about it.
Guilty of association.
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
You might not even know somebody. You just got a picture with them. Somebody that lives near you.
Damn.
You might be fucked up, man. Like a group picture.
But they
might think they might group everybody
all
in
of
that
you.
picture as like this was their crew then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because one person was there.
But you know what? Even kind of off topic. Okay, so you guys Netflix it up, right?
Yeah, of
Did
course.
you guys watch the Khalif Browder story?
No, I saw it. It just popped up on there not too long
Watch
ago.
it.
Yeah.
Watch it. Yeah, so it's produced by Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, but
So everybody was working with Harvey Weinstein before all this went down.
Yeah, and then the shit just kind of hit the fan, apparently.
Damn.
But so it's about this guy who basically gets wrongfully arrested, and he's in Rikers for like 3 years.
Rikers is rough.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, once he gets out of Rikers, you should really watch it. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna watch it.
upset you,
Wait.
but when he gets out of Rikers, he ends up hanging himself because basically being in Rikers
fucked him up mentally.
Oh, okay, no, that was a different one. I was gonna bring up this
But you
other
should
one.
watch it. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
It's gonna make you upset and it's gonna make you sad. But you should watch
I need to
it.
be in a good mind state when I watch
Yeah.
that. That shit's heavy, man.
It is heavy.
When
but
you
it's
like go into
interesting.
like 13 reasons, not 13 reasons, sorry.
Oh, the
I
13
know what you're talking
documentary.
about.
The 13. The 13.
Yeah, 13. I think it was
13,
well.
yeah.
It might
Yeah.
be.
Sad.
Yeah,
Pissed
you'd be
off,
like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's like Charlemagne. Like he said, whenever he watches movie of like white people like keeping black people down and all that stuff, he's like, man, I hate watching that shit because it just makes me hate white people.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to.
and it's hard to shake it immediately
Right.
and
Yeah.
just go back to like regular life and like
Hi, Bob.
socialize with them. Yeah.
You son of a.
Right.
'Cause I think I saw 13 when I was working at my last job, and
Yeah.
it was like mainly all white people
Yeah.
there, and I was like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it's-
son
Makes
of
you
a-
feel uncomfortable.
yeah. But like now, I mean, I could watch something like that,
Yeah.
and come to our job
And feel
and just-
empowered.
Yeah.
I feel empowered
Yeah.
because
And then the
somebody
ch-
because
We in there.
because we
I-
deep in there.
Yeah.
But and actually be able to have a conversation about
Yeah.
it. But you can't watch some shit like that and take it to your white job and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Because
You
it's
saw
just-
13, Bob?
Yeah, it's just because you're on the. It's
You're the-
it's
you're
a bad
the-
position.
It
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
can't. Yeah, it's a bad
It's like,
position.
yeah,
to be
man. My people used to treat your people like shit.
in. Yeah, and it's like
Want some coffee?
I tell you, you're a little mad, man. Here, man.
But
here,
see,
man.
but even then,
Yeah, you need some coffee.
like,
Yeah.
but even then, the stuff like that, it kind of makes me wonder, like, what you saying outside of these four walls?
Oh yeah,
That-
like
I think
makes
that's
you-
always where my mind goes.
Yeah.
I think I'm great on picking up on racism because
Yeah.
I've been
Oh, yeah?
around. I was around discrete racism for a long time,
Mm.
all growing up north. That's the one thing I like about down here
Yeah.
is open racism.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's really
I fuck
true.
with
I prefer
shit.
that to
Let
like
me know
closet.
Let me know you don't fuck
racism.
with niggas.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could just, you know we don't have to have a conversation. You can tell by the how people look at you. You know what I mean? Like,
or it's just some of the things that they say sometimes.
or some of the
too.
stuff they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might look at you a certain way, and it's like, y'all don't fuck with niggas. I
Yeah.
don't fuck with you.
Yeah, you can kind
know
of.
what I mean?
You can kind of feel it.
You can
Right.
feel
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
walk into them and you see this red nigga.
But like, but the whole time I was living up in that Pennsylvania area, it's all discrete racism. It's never open.
Yeah.
Because it's not accepted. It's not accepted. That was the free.
Right.
Those are the free states.
Right.
Yeah.
It was always open here until somebody had to come down here and say, nah, that's not cool, you know? But there's still plenty of people with that mind state. So I'm good at picking up on discrete racism. And I remember it was this person at work, and I used to tell my boy all the time, I'm like, bro, she don't fuck with niggas, my nigga. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, like, she hates black people, bro. Like, and she works here, which is even crazier. Right. But, like, because it's like 80% black people, you know, 90. We can even say 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say 90.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, bro, she's cool. And then finally, he heard her say something. Oh, no. It wasn't about black people. It was about Spanish people. But you could tell.
Potato.
Yeah, but you could tell, like, I could tell by what level of hate you make another race sound.
Right.
How you can easily transition that into, like.
It's like, if you hate Fernando, I know you.
Yeah, exactly.
My black ass.
I hear that hate you have for him.
Yep.
Right.
I know that can easily come over to
you can't be, but black people, they're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's no way, bro. Because he heard that, and he was like, I was like, I told you, nigga. I told you, bro. Like, I told you, bro. Like,
she probably went in, too.
Yeah, bro. Like, it was like one of those, like, deep cuts. Like,
yikes.
Okay, that's how you feel about those people. Okay.
So deep that you're not even Hispanic, but you get offended.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard, like, shit like
if
that.
If a Spanish person was there, like,
right?
you might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. So.
What was the comment? I'm curious.
It was something like, I can't remember. It had something to do with, like, because we always make fun of, like, Spanish people about, like, labor forces and, you know, like, labor force jobs, the type of jobs they do, right? It was one of those jokes, but it was a little bit deeper of a level of hate, though. You know what I mean? Like, we can make, like, a Spanish people working Mexican joke.
It's a light joke.
And it'd be light, and we know there's no hate. This is a joke that even a Spanish person would laugh at.
Yeah.
Hers was the one that was, like, below that level.
So it was like crickets afterwards.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, whoa.
You really just said that.
And stomach pain.
Yeah, yikes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
actually,
yeah. So I was like
burn a cross.
So it was like, and then the smiles you do get, it was those.
I'm just gonna smile. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, we don't agree with you. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's kill this awkward moment.
Right.
One of them situations.
No shit. Damn.
But yeah, man. Shout out to racism and
shout out to racism, man.
Shout out to racism below the Mason Dixon line. Thank you for being open and blatant, so I know where to spend my money and keep it hot.
When it's like open like that, you know, even it's just like, look, I don't like black people. I'm like, you know what?
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
like
you.
I don't
Thank
like
you for
you
your
either.
honesty. Yeah.
But I respect that.
Right.
I respect your honesty. Yeah. Like you said, you know.
I don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely, I will be getting like my gas piped in from the street by next year. Because the guys that I buy propane from are definitely racist.
Yeah.
But I have to buy it from them because it's their tank in my yard. But they're definitely racist. They're definitely racist. Like, I feel that shit when I go in there. And I be like...
You feel the energy?
And I have to give you fucking $600, $500 twice every winter just to keep my house hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, which sucks ass. So, like, let me go ahead and just kick out that little, like, $2,000 to get a gas line pipe to the street and just buy it from the city. And I just keep it hot from there. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
So I'm like, okay, like...
Yeah,
I just, you know what I mean?
Just want to get, you know.
The only reason I'm in there is because of necessity. I cannot have a cold house. You know what I'm saying? That's
I don't want to have to rely on this racist guy.
I don't want to have to rely on him for heat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like I feel more heat coming from him.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But shit, man. Let's see what else we got over here. We
Wait,
got.
what's the Coke coming imported?
I'm too through.
It's a running joke.
The Coke come imported.
I'll bring it up at random moments.
Yo, these are so fire, yo.
Oh, it's because it's cold, isn't it?
Hey.
She got the date and everything, my nigga.
Yeah, I gotta write stuff down.
Shout out to Miss
It's cold.
Hunter.
I keep chapping my lips.
Hey, which one is it? Mrs. Huh? Which one is married? Mrs. or Miss? Mrs. is married.
Yeah.
Miss is single.
MRS.
That's why I'm Mrs. Anderson on Twitter.
Which one is the married Anderson?
Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson, and Big Sean's last name is Anderson. I'm assuming.
Oh
my god, it's so deep.
My follow-up question was gonna be, "You're married?"
So
Not
deep.
yet.
It's so she's speaking it into existence.
Yeah, law of attraction. We're claiming it.
Yeah, speaking it into existence.
But yeah, Miss Hunter works.
Do y'all want to talk about this shithole of countries?
The what?
Trump.
I'll say I know you heard. I know you heard him say it.
He hates.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I did. Yeah. I saw it on
Trump
Facebook.
talking about I don't know what was
basically. So anyone who migrates to the U.S. from anywhere that's pretty much not in Europe, he's considering them to be immigrants of shithole countries.
Yeah.
So Haiti.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
He
Haiti
said
was
that
Haiti
too.
was one that he called out specifically because I know Anderson Cooper was really, really upset by that one.
Wait, he said this like on a microphone?
Yeah. Are you surprised?
No. Sadly.
Yeah, well, and then... Well,
you know, it's so funny. Like, you have to say that about a president. It's like,
you gotta
he
ask.
said this in front of an audience.
President Twitter fingers, yeah.
I don't understand what reality
He said this on a microphone, right?
But even even then, to think about it, though, I think it just goes further. Like, even if it wasn't on a microphone, but, like, you're the president of the United States, like, you're always a soundbite.
Yeah.
You're always a sound. But even the fact that
it's
just the fact that he's comfortable saying these things, too, which is just a whole other set of issues.
I don't understand what reality we were in, like, since last year. Yeah. You know, like
I like white folks, but I don't like you. All the homies in the hood want to fight you. Surprised that Nation of Islam ain't trying to find you. That nigga YG on that fuck
Ever
Donald
since,
Trump.
And he forever tweets, I've been said it. Fuck Donald Trump.
Yes, him and Nipsey been said it.
Yeah.
Ever since, like, I still can't forget, like, the night when it was, like, just happening. It's like, he's winning this state. I was like, no way.
I had to turn it off. I was like, you know what?
I didn't even watch it
have
live.
to see what happens in the morning.
I knew he was going to win, bro.
Broke my heart. I was offended. I'm like, Hillary Clinton literally has been working her whole life for this job.
She is just not liked, though, bro.
But she had the resume.
Yeah. I know.
That's why I feel like it's
shady,
an even
though.
bigger slap in the face, though. Like, this man literally has no political experience.
You know what it was? It was the emails.
Is that enough?
This is the thing. No. This is the thing. This is the thing that why people couldn't get down with her. Because people appreciate savages and snakes. That's why Trump was able to rally so many people.
Because he was open about it.
Because he was open and honest about that shit. She refused to address any of that shit.
No, she was. You got a phony vibe.
Yeah, like a phony vibe. Like if she literally said like one time, I had emails, but look, I had to do what I had to do for our country. We would have been like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just wish honestly, Hillary, I feel like you knew everyone, black, white, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, liked Bernie better than they liked you.
She shouldn't have even won the Democratic vote.
She shouldn't have. But why didn't you put him on the ticket?
Yeah, that was her
Why
first
didn't you
finesse.
put him on the ticket?
Yeah.
And just move through him or work through him.
Yes.
But he's too like
he's rebellious.
He's too ethical too.
Yeah.
Her ethics are shaky.
Like he wanted to change like the entire system. Like the way it is.
Yeah. She knows how to like finesse the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she would have been a better than him. Like she's the better than Trump.
Yeah, of course.
I think she would have just
tried to
been
reach for shit that might not even be attainable. Like
I don't know. Like I became on like the Bernie train late. Like he was like already almost like before they kicked him out. Just because I started listening to what he was saying, I was just like, God damn, that sounds really good. What do you call it? I was like, man, healthcare being free, that does kind of sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how old was Bernie? Because I know his age was
85.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I was just talking to a customer at work last week, and he was 75 or 73, somewhere in the 70 to 75 range. And he was brought up Bernie, and he was like, and I mean, I know everybody. He was like, people always wanted to ignore how old Bernie was. I don't even know. He was one of those old people that just fucking talking.
Oh, of course.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
they get to rambling.
I don't bring politics up damn near ever. He was just bringing shit up and just talking to himself for about 30 minutes. I'm just doing the okay kind of conversation.
Autopilot.
Now one of the things that he did say was like, he was like, I'm 75. Bernie was way too fucking old. Like, he was like, I feel myself slowing down and this shit scares me. I'm going skydiving next week just because I'm scared. I was like,
that's how you gotta live life, though.
Yeah, and he was like, so Bernie being 80-something, I don't even know why people. He was like, I wouldn't vote off of him just because he's too old.
Watch him live to be like 110.
I know, right?
Hey, white people live long as fuck, man.
If they take care of themselves,
they don't get, we're the ones that are high in like fucking, high blood pressure and diabetes.
Because we don't take care of ourselves.
Do women live long? Women live longer than men, though, don't they?
I don't know. I've never looked into that.
I never looked into that stat, but I feel like women
it
do.
depends on the country, honestly.
Okay.
I think it varies from country to country.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. I feel like black women definitely live longer than us.
Oh yeah, Cicely Tyson.
Than black men.
Yeah,
probably.
Well, I was watching this video on Facebook the other day too. It was it was all women over the age of 100, and it was them. They were asking them like, oh, well, what do you do? The black lady, I think she was 104. She was like, I drink a spoonful of cod liver oil every morning, and I take a shot of Hennessy every day.
Damn.
What?
That's
Henny will help you live to be 100.
And it's always the people who be like 100 plus. Yeah. They always have some wild shit they do.
Of course.
No,
you're living life.
Do you remember that old? I remember it was an article going around. It was this old black dude. He was like 105, and he smokes a cigar every day.
Wow.
And drinks like scotch or whiskey or some shit like that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know, it was like a big article at one point on Facebook, and it was this old ass dude with like a military hat on, like he served time, and he like had a big ass cigar in his mouth, and he was like, "I smoke a cigar every day, and I drink scotch." I was like, "What?"
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's the fountain of youth.
Secret.
Yeah.
and
I mean, not the fountain of youth, but.
And the old people, like the people who really be old forever, they be smoking. They be doing all this
What
shit.
if it's just like a natural selection kind of
That's
thing
what I'm
where
thinking,
some
man.
people just...
Because my great-great-grandma was like 103 before she passed. I don't think she had any of those. Like, I don't. She might have. I don't know.
93, something.
I gotta live to be at least 100.
I don't want to live to 100.
I want to be a healthy 100 though. That's the thing.
I'm cool at 87.
You already like...
Well, I went to a psychic, and my psychic.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it scary? Or was it only good news?
I'm scared.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
don't
But
wanna-
honestly, I think, well, because you guys realize when you go to a psychic, the future is always conditional.
Yeah.
But
That's the disclaimer they give you
no,
before.
well, but no, but I mean,
Just
no,
in case
like,
everything I
but
tell
no,
you isn't real.
No, really, the future is always conditional because I mean, even one of my friends at work, she's a psychic. I just found out like 2 days
What?
ago. Yeah, I'll connect you with her
Ye-
because I'm gonna.
Just tell me who it is. I don't know if I want to meet her yet.
No, I want to read it. I want to read it. No, because it's interesting.
Yeah.
But no, told me I was gonna live to be 91. So I was gonna live a full life.
Hey, that's
91.
not bad.
So now I'm like,
91 solid.
But now I'm like, when
So now
I
you
get
wanna
to
do
90, I'm like,
Oh,
Oh.
see, because now that you
it's-
know that
but
number,
it's
yeah.
conditional though. The future is always ever changing because it's dependent upon and that's why they always tell people you have to live in the present. Everything is conditional on the present and how you deal with things that come your way.
So this person that we work with,
Yeah.
we're talking like, what kind of psycho? The card. How are the cards reading future? That's what I've always tried to figure
Well,
out.
I had a
they-
girlfriend.
Well,
that
no,
was
they say
really
the cards are based off of energy. That's why, they're based off your energy. You pick your own cards, and the way you pull.
So they're
the
just in a
cards.
pile.
Yeah, but you have to touch them and shuffle. You have to put your energy into the cards, and then when you pull them, then they interpret them based off of what you pulled, how you pulled, things like that. That's tarot. I don't really understand tarot. Tarot scares me. Y'all remember that MTV movie Carmen with Beyonce? And, she got the card that told her. The card that told her she was gonna die.
Carmen,
The
the
hip
hop
opera.
Oh,
the hip
yeah.
opera. Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Don't
I
front.
forgot
It was
about
good.
that.
I
Lil
recorded it
Bow
on
Wow was in
VHS.
jail with grown men, bro.
Yeah.
Lil Bow Wow was like 11 years old in jail with grown fucking
A
killers.
simpler
bro.
time.
Oh my god,
A simpler
totally
time.
forgot
I just
about
threw it
that.
back on you.
That movie
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah.
But my sister used to
I
watch it
loved
all
it.
the time. My sister loved
Oh,
it.
I mean, I
loved
can't remember.
it.
I can't even remember like the quality or anything, but I just remember.
Oh, it was
like,
terrible. It was terrible.
Carmen.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
It was
bro.
pretty bad,
It was
but
terrible,
I
bro.
watched
really?
it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it was just full
Most
of
Def
stars.
was excellent in it.
It was
he
fame.
was in
It was
it,
full
wasn't
of.
he?
It was full of stars.
It
That was
was.
the thing.
It
like,
was.
and they were all doing music. So like the music was good,
Yeah.
and it was full of the stars.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, suffering, but besides that, music and the stars,
Yeah.
the cast was amazing.
Yeah.
It was enough to get my simple
It was enough to
10-year-old
get a lot
ass
of-
involved.
Oh yeah.
Because Bow Wow's bringing the 10-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Either Bow Wow or Beyonce. Most
Right.
Def is
Yeah.
bringing those people.
wait,
it was
who else?
Jermaine
The
Dupri.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so
What's
many
our
people
guy?
in that. So many
Yeah.
heavy hitting people in that
Mekhi
time
Phifer.
At the time.
Makai Pfeiffer. Yup. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah, man. Like that's
straight heavy hitters.
that's
Yeah.
a zeitgeist.
And that was early 2000s too.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was still in their
Everybody
prime.
like hot in
Yeah.
the early 2000s was in.
Everybody black was in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, scared of tarot cards for that reason.
So what is the one that the chick that we know or that you know?
I
What does
think
she
she
do?
does tarot, but she was kind of talking to me. But she said that she has like a legit website and everything. She said she has international clients and they've all given testimonials. She said that she detected breast cancer in one of her clients. The one that really got me too was that I guess she said she had one of her friends who was like, "Where's my man?" You know, women. That's what we do.
Oh,
Where's
Where
my
he
man? Where's my man? And I
Where's the
guess
guy?
that was the thing. I guess that, she basically something neuter and was like, he's coming and he's not black. And then she said that I think the woman like literally a week later hit her up and was like, wow, like I met him. We're about to get married, like blah blah like.
Oh shit! Like her soulmate type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
where's my man? Like,
That's
where's my
crazy.
future husband?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got you.
And then 2 weeks after, because I guess she said she was upset because she
Is
told
she
her
an
like
older
he's
lady?
no, she's maybe older, so maybe like 30s, 40s.
Shit.
But yeah, she said she told her like, yeah, your man's coming. He's just white. And no, I can't be with a white man. Blah,
I wonder if
blah,
I can
blah,
guess
blah.
who it is. Does she look like she reads people?
No, I was
Oh,
surprised.
okay,
I was
okay.
surprised when I found out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because some of those people you could just tell they into something. You know what I mean? Like you're like the way they wear their hair. They might have shit dangling from
You
their
got me
hair. Like, so that's why I was like, I'm thinking like I might be able to narrow it down to 5, but if she doesn't look like anybody, because there's like 2 or 3 people at work.
You got me weak.
Where I'm like, if you did read cards, I could see it from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I dated someone in 2016. She lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah,
she was really into like cards and energy and stuff like that, and she told me to
pick your cards,
pick these cards and all that stuff. And I remember like she said the last card, she was like really like it blew her mind because she was like, "Whoa, the last card is the first card in the entire deck." And she was like, "This rarely happens." I can't remember exactly what it said, but I remember like it said something like, "Keep looking at the stars" or something like that because you might be from one of them.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're an alien.
Maybe. No, but yeah. So I remember like one of them said that, and then the other one about like energy and manifestation.
Yeah.
And stuff. Be careful of your thoughts because I will be honest. I do struggle with that. Sometimes I let my thoughts run away. Fears and all that.
Do you
stuff,
meditate?
Not as much as I should.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
You ever done yoga?
I never home yoga. Yeah, like watching like tutorials on my TV.
Yeah.
And do this like there's this great one that like really like releases you.
I know what you're talking about. Like where you kind of
Yeah.
Oh, upward. That's upward dog.
And, like, this and like, I haven't done that in a while.
Well, I do like guided meditation. So there's an app I use where basically someone just kind of tells you what to do. I think I was telling Lauren about this.
Okay.
So it started the series, and so it's a 7-day series, and the last one was your future self. So basically, you sit and you meditate, and the instructor
every day or something.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was a series for 7 days. I try to meditate every day because when I tell you like this came after a meditation.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I just feel clarity, like in tune with myself. Like, try it. It's gonna feel
Yeah.
weird as shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like a fucking weirdo, but just
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
But they had one for your future self, and it was just like, okay, envision what you think you're gonna look like in 10 years. So you close your eyes and you meditate, and you just, visualize yourself. So I saw myself with, tan skin because I like the sun. So just a little bit darker, long hair because I love a weave. A bitch loves a weave.
She's like, not real, but
So it was like, just envision yourself, how you're going to look. And then it was like, go back to your emotions. Are you happy? Are you sad? Like, what do you see for yourself?
Oh, so it's like talking to you while you have your eyes closed and just chilling.
And it's kind of guiding your thoughts. Because for me, some people can meditate in silence and do it on their own. I will wander.
That's hard for me. That's hard for
I'll
me.
wander
Yeah.
everywhere. I need guided
silence,
meditation.
Yeah. I started thinking, wait, did I buy this?
Because it's never really silent either.
Yeah.
Because that's why you're gonna hear you always.
And then I started paying attention
But
to that
even,
buzz.
they say that's a part of it too about just living in the present. If you guys haven't read the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, I definitely recommend that too.
Oh, I need to read. Yeah, I just gotta read more.
It's easy. You can read it in like 30 minutes.
Everybody says that.
No, really, the book is like this big.
Oh, okay.
Like
I can do that. Then.
It's small.
Yeah,
I have
got
it. I will let you lend it, but you have to give it back.
I got you.
Like
got
I
you.
will.
I
I will fight you if you don't give it
No,
back.
what I really need to do is just charge my Kindle and actually start using it again. Because I
A
used to read a lot.
concept?
Yeah, I used to read a lot on my Kindle.
Yeah.
But I just stopped reading all of a
Yeah.
sudden. Yeah. Probably because I was like, I don't know why. I just stopped reading.
Yeah.
But visualizing your future self. So like I knew one of my goals is like I need to move out of my apartment. I've just outgrown the space. It doesn't get a lot of sunlight. I'm a little.
You've been in the same apartment for like a couple years?
3 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's time.
Yeah.
So I consider myself a little solar panel. I just need the sunshine. But when I was envisioning my future self in this meditation, you should really do it. But I saw myself like in the kitchen of all places. Like I hate to cook. In the kitchen in the house of like I want to be in. So now I'm about to go like house shopping.
Hell yeah.
And now find that kitchen.
Yeah. Got you.
When I'm telling you like clarity.
I'm going to try that out.
Clarity.
Yeah. You got to send me. It's an app too, right?
Yeah, Simple Habit.
Simple Habit.
Yeah.
And it tracks it too. So like if you add me as a buddy, like, and this is what I do for like my sister, I always tell her she should meditate. So if you have someone you want to be like your accountability partner, you can nudge them if you see they haven't meditated in a while.
Oh,
to make them start a meditation.
Yeah.
Simple Habit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna feel weird. Like some people, like I do it. Sometimes I do it in the bed before I get up for the day. Sometimes I'll do it in the car, like right before I go into work. Because sometimes I'm just like, I do not want to go to work today and do it with these people.
Damn, it's got a lot of reviews.
It's excellent though.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's got 17,000 reviews.
On the fly meditations. There's stuff for calming anxiety, stuff for sleeping better,
Anxiety.
improving your perception of yourself. Like there's a meditation for everything.
Shit.
Yeah,
those are the ones that I looked up on YouTube. Actually,
Yeah.
The one for anxiety and stress. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really like when I was sick, I was so like, I think I got sick because I was so stressed out. So it kind of forced me to start managing my stress.
Yeah.
So that's why I would start meditating every day.
Yeah. See, I got it like when I got into like, spiritual stuff was like when I did my first mushroom experience in 2011.
How was that?
I'd open the door.
I never got to do it yet. Because remember when I took off for those 2 weeks for my birthday?
Oh, yeah.
I was looking for mushrooms all 2 weeks, and I
See,
couldn't find them.
I'm not into that because it's like the fact that they come from the cow pasture really just. No.
Really?
No.
I don't mind that just because it's natural.
Oh, yeah. I thought, yeah.
I mean,
Comes from cow poop.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, shit is natural, though.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't. I don't want.
By the way, I didn't take like the mushrooms. Like they
took
put
the
like
tea?
in a capsule.
Oh,
So
you
I
had the
just
capsule,
swallowed
so it was
I
grounded
didn't eat
up.
a mushroom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I took it as like a pill.
Gotcha.
But like I said, like the reason why I did it is because I came from like a bad breakup at the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my friend, she was just like, hey, like me and my boyfriend at the time, like we're gonna do mushrooms, like,
Yeah.
or you want to do mushrooms? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because
Yeah.
like,
No, when you're
when you
going,
come from-
You
yeah,
were
when
in
you're-
that mode where anything
Yeah.
can
it
go.
can't hurt more than what the fuck I'm
No,
feeling right
exactly.
now.
No, I
True, yeah.
totally
I'll do
relate
anything,
to that.
whatever.
I totally relate to
Yeah.
that.
But
Yeah.
I wasn't ready, so.
He said,
Oh,
I wasn't-
no.
he said I wasn't ready.
Oh my god! Look, I know the exact experience from beginning to end, and it literally was like,
Would you do it again?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
No?
don't know.
Oh, you don't
Okay.
know.
I don't know because now that I know that it's really strong on like your thinking, because I don't know, man. Like it was an experience, man. Like he told me to like close my eyes and shit. And
Yeah.
I
You
was.
sound
You have
like
like a
space.
Jimmy Neutron brain
It
blast.
sounded like you had some professionals with you though, which is
Oh
a good
no,
thing.
yeah, her boyfriend, because I was
This-
with him mostly because she was working, and then she came afterwards. But he was like, we were standing at the lake. and
Oh,
'cause
wow.
Being a
Oh, it was like an
Damn, yeah.
experience.
Oh
Damn,
yeah,
you
he
might
said
even
don't
con-
eat. Like he was like, don't eat for like 2 hours, 3 hours, or
To
something like that.
fast so your stomach's empty.
Fast,
Yeah.
so it could get through your stream.
Damn, I
more.
might need to connect with them because I've been looking for some mushrooms.
Oh, they're broken up.
Do you have a contact
She doesn't
with
speak
him,
him.
though?
No, because I was like, no, she's my friend. So fuck you.
Okay, you're
One
loyal.
of those,
Yeah.
one of those,
You're loyal.
Yeah, one of those
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm your friend. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be friends. He
Respect
tried.
to you for that.
He tried. He's like, hit me up.
Hit you up on
I think he
Facebook?
probably still follows me on Instagram, but
Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
no,
your
I
follower
didn't
account
message
is
him or
up there.
Yeah.
Houston.
Huh?
I said,
Shane,
your
I
follower
heard.
account is up there.
Oh, you seen it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
When-
because it's probably because of the videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
the
When did
videos
it
were-
first boom though?
I would say late 2016.
Do you
Okay.
remember what video did it?
No. I mean, they probably the highest views is probably like 500.
That's
Yeah.
decent though.
Yeah. I mean, like
More than
one of the older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably like, and
And then
some
one
only
day you
get up
just
to like
woke up and it
300.
just had a fucking
Boom,
gang
followers.
of followers all of a sudden.
Followers like no, it was like a slow thing.
It was a
It was like a
progression,
slow
yeah.
thing, And then sometimes I would like follow other people. Like I would go into like Instagram filmmakers, black filmmakers, or something
The
like that.
hashtag.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would go into that and then just look at like people that are into the same things I'm
Right,
into,
right.
or hey, they might like my shit.
Yeah.
So then I would just like theirs because I like the shit on their page,
Yeah.
and then every once in a while I would get a follow back.
Right.
So
Yeah.
take that into account
Right.
with the random follows.
You
Of
got a
course.
good ratio though.
You do.
Yeah.
Most people
Yeah,
got
but it's a
trash.
lot.
We're like
ratios out
on
here.
his Instagram. He's like, oh no,
Niggas got trash ratios out here. I'm telling you, bro.
And I mean,
Niggas
it's
be
been
having-
dropping. I thought it was like
niggas be
9,000.
having-
Yeah, it was like 9,000. So
He's
it was
almost
like
got
drops.
that period we were talking about.
Yeah.
The
It's
period?
all about the decimal point.
He's almost got it.
10.7
K.
10.7 K.
K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to get that K.
You gotta get the K too, yeah.
Some people
That
got some
shit the whole
trash
number.
ratios. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got 10,000 followers, nigga, but you following 9,000 people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
they're not
Yeah.
coming to you for your content, bro. It's just because
Yeah.
you have so many followers. You're
Right.
following so many
Right.
people.
Yeah. So
And then when you
that's why
follow
I
that
did-
many people, bro, I was following that many
Oh
people.
my God, I would no.
I'm not even
I don't
liking
care
half
about
the
that many
it gets
people.
lost, yeah, or
Yeah,
something.
you
Yeah,
get
I'm
lost.
sure it would
It's
get
like
yeah.
I don't even like half this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so when I did my like crazy purge, I purged like 700 people out of my followers.
You have to.
And it was like, and I dropped my number down to like 6 something, and now it's creeping back up to 7 now.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, it hurts. But
No,
I have.
I try to throw
got
out the
a-
double tap, so that's why if I do
Oh,
clear
yeah.
out people, I'm like, I'm just not interacting with your Instagram. There's no point in me following you.
You be on the explore page.
Yeah.
My explore page is nothing but Instagram models.
Well, that has everything to do with what you're double tapping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you get to that thing. Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
like
just-
the baddies.
it's just.
It goes to whatever you look
It's
up,
just
right?
plastic surgery and like skin chicks and shit. Like,
You know what's really heavy on my Explore page? My Explore page is kind of all over the place because I'm into different shit. So there's like cartoons on my Explore page. Obviously, that's a thing for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, Big Sean is there. A lot of Rihanna. I think I have a huge girl crush on her. Huge girl crush on her.
you ever
She's
experimented with
beautiful.
girls?
Never.
Never. Would you though?
I don't know.
She's like, you're going to marry a woman.
No, because I already so I have
On my
this
Explore
one
page.
friend like who's into girls. I'm not. I think women are beautiful. Like I love some titties.
Really?
I like boobs.
Women do
I'm a
love
boob
titties,
girl.
man.
No,
Women,
I mean that's
like
just
I feel
so
like
weird
women
from
love
like a
titties.
guy perspective to be like, no, I'm not gay, but you know, I like guys' asses though.
I don't think any guys are.
You know, I mean, like,
I know what you're saying.
How would
Yeah,
that
I know what you're saying.
It doesn't work.
God,
that way
it does
around.
not
Yeah.
work. It does not
It
work the
doesn't.
opposite because no matter what you say,
Yeah.
you'll be like,
Yeah, it's
you
questionable.
like guys' asses, bro?
No, I'm not gay. I just like looking at men's dicks. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
But no, so I don't know. I just think I like.
It's probably like a feminine thing. You know?
Yeah, maybe. But I like boobs. But I'm just like I don't know. Like even just dealing with girls like as friends. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'm just like you're.
A little
No.
too comfortable.
Well, because even for me, like even if I'm in a relationship with a guy and he's being excessive, I'm just that person. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you have a vagina, if you have a penis, like if you're being emotional, cut that shit.
Oh, got you.
Cut that shit. Like
Yeah.
there's only room for one emotional person. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
here.
and I'm holding that down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it on
yeah.
lock.
yeah.
So I don't think that's for me.
Got you.
Yeah. But women are beautiful. Hashtag love titties.
Yeah, man, the women body is something.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
Our
yeah.
shit
I was
is whack,
thinking
bro.
about that.
Yeah.
Like when a girl be like, send me a picture of what, nigga? Like,
Oh yeah, I've had.
I got one combo, and I might be able to do. Maybe I'll shoot you a print first, and
Yeah,
then.
Not a
But
print.
there's not too much. Not too much like excitement. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
really do too much for you. Like
Yeah.
you can send me.
It depends on the girl, because I'm like there are some attributes of like the male body. Like I mean, for me, I love like some juicy lips on a guy.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
when that light just hits that little bit of
You
saliva,
mean that-
right?
you mean
on
that,
that
like-
bottom lip. Woo!
When you get the drawing and you just like
And
when
yeah,
you draw
they
a
get
person
the-
and you put that white dot there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it just gets me every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
and,
true.
and a nice smile. I like a nice smile.
I feel like that's more of the. Well, that's like I feel like that's everybody's thing. Well, not
No,
everybody's thing, but I don't know. I only pay attention to the little stuff like that when I'm already into the person. So like
okay.
I'm into the person.
Okay, I can see that.
And
Little
then I like
details of them.
like so I like the general thing that everybody else likes, and then once I start to get to know you, then I'll find something else and just like I forget about the general stuff. Like I'll be like,
See, no, that's important to me.
yeah, I'll be like.
That's important to
I'll
me.
be like, damn, yo,
Hey,
the way that
you
mole is on
Can
your
you just lick
face,
lips
yo,
really
that shit's
quick?
sexy.
I just need
Yeah,
to
You know what I
see
mean?
How the light hits them.
It's like you
Yeah.
put water in.
Yeah. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
What if you put like all the quirky shit that you like in your dating profile, like if the sun doesn't hit your lips right, don't swipe right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe I should put that in.
you probably get some solid connections, yo.
I
Like,
probably
if you're
would.
That's
right,
that's the thing about dating sites is I realize the more harsh and just like not even harsh, but
You just gotta
people
keep it a band.
people equate the harshness to honesty.
yeah. I mean, well,
When you are going for the kill of honesty,
yeah.
like the connections get real few and far between all of
Yeah.
a sudden. But when you make one, it is
It's
like
there.
like it is clockwork. Like
Yeah.
I remember like I changed my Tinder one time for like a week, and I was like, this week I'm literally not gonna do anything. I'm gonna be off by this week. If you're not trying to go out, get high, maybe get some drinks, and come back to my house and hang out. Don't swipe right. And I got like 2 swipes that week, but it was clockwork, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was
So
it.
honesty.
It was
that's
so
what-
it
that
was
what
too
the
honest.
key
Yeah,
was.
like so honest.
It was
but
too
but I got exactly what I wanted. And
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
what's funny is I just saw a girl's profile just because I hadn't been on them in a while, and I was just like, let me just swipe just for the shits. You know what I mean? And she was like, I'm on here looking for sex. I'm a flight attendant, so that doesn't work well with like a real like 9 to 5 or like a real full-time boyfriend. So
Yeah.
when I'm in town, I'm gonna
I wanna
swipe.
get it popping.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Let's get
sounds
it
good to
popping.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
You try and do that.
Get those mileages.
Hell yeah. But before we go,
Oh wait, what is almost like time or something?
well, depending on how much I trim off,
Okay.
we're at
Oh,
one-
yeah, yeah,
we're at
that's
an hour and 8 right now,
I forget
but
that you already like roll. and stuff.
yeah. We're at an hour and 8. Really, we're probably at an hour. We're probably at an hour though.
Okay.
No, we're probably really at 55 minutes.
So
But,
where are we?
Yeah. No, we're actually at.
But I definitely want to jump into this.
Yeah.
What?
Because this is
This
like
was fun.
this is gonna
I
be
feel like
good.
there were some things that were missing for me personally, but it was
Okay.
a pretty good playlist.
Okay, so
So like I saw comeback season up here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see a lot of comeback season up there, and it was just not enough for me.
yeah,
personally.
so this is a playlist that a girl made. Shout out to Kim Chanel, which I was following her too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was following
How'd you
her
miss
already.
it?
I don't know, because I don't be on Twitter heavy. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I thought you were.
So
Yeah, I'm looking at tits.
yeah. So
Tumblr porn.
Yeah.
she put together features 100 songs from emerging artists from the blog era. Because remember when we had Ace Henderson on here,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the blog era, that 06, that 06 rap.
Yeah.
She put together a playlist
Of all
of
that
100
whole time?
songs of like that era where
Yeah.
everything.
Oh.
So like
Okay.
A lot of Wiz, a lot of ASAP.
so like top artists been here. ASAP Rocky, Asher Roth is in here.
Yeah, miss
Big,
him.
Rock.
big,
Right,
man.
throwback.
Yeah.
We got Big Crit in here, Big Sean, Day in a Dream, which I don't remember that at all.
Me either.
Oh wait,
Blue and Exile.
Casey
Day,
Veggies.
no wait, 24 Karat of Gold featuring Jake. That's Big Sean. Who was Day in a Dream? Was that when he could collab with a producer or something?
Oh, that is the cover to Detroit.
Yeah, so I
don't
guess
know.
Big Sean with whoever that producer was, I guess, called themselves Day in a Dream. But those are these are both Big Sean songs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
From Detroit.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
song.
this is the Big Sean project we told you to listen to. Detroit.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I forgot to do that.
Pearls, diamonds and pearls, fill the world. Yeah, bro. So
You gotta listen to it.
that's the project for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Big Sean project for you. So Blue, you remember Blue in Exile?
No, yeah.
Blue.
That's the one I noticed.
Yup. Casey Veggies,
Yeah.
Currency,
Yeah.
Charles Hamilton, which I
Currency.
completely forgot about.
Charles Hamilton.
Charles Hamilton was on the
Oh,
run. He
shit.
was on the run during
Yeah,
that.
I was into him for a while.
I wasn't a huge. I was never really a fan of him, but
Yeah.
I recognized him.
I was into him when the Brooklyn Girls one.
That's right.
song
That
he
was his
had.
big single.
Yeah, and I got really into him because we had like a connection, a Sonic the Hedgehog connection. He loved Sonic
Got
the
you.
Hedgehog.
That was his thing, the Hedgehog.
Really?
Yup.
Yeah.
I'm a Mortal Kombat person.
No, I love Mortal Kombat as well.
Okay,
Let's
so who's your
see.
Mortal Kombat
Sega
person?
Genesis. Character?
Yeah. I got a couple.
I like Scorpion.
Me too.
And
I like
Liu
Sindel.
Kang. Sindel.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like throwback
Who
Sindel
else?
when she would do the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking like
Whoa.
Sega Genesis, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling
That-
you, I'm into weird stuff. I was a video gamer too.
Sega Genesis is that and Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
That's like my era.
Those are
I was like the original Xbox too.
Xbox.
Oh
like
yeah,
NBA
the green
Ballers.
One, the green one. Yeah,
Which was
yeah.
my
One.
game.
Yeah.
That's I like that one.
And
because
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot was fire.
Yeah.
It's super easy when you play it now as an
Yep.
adult, though. It's super easy. It was
It's
hard
simple.
as fuck back then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
though. Chip the Ripper, super
Cool Kids,
slept
Black
on.
Max.
Yeah, the Cool Kids, Black Mags,
Cool Kids. Yeah.
Currency, of course,
Right.
And
Dom.
and
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa, Dom Kennedy. That's when I found Dom Kennedy.
Oh, and Raiden. By the way.
Yeah.
Drake,
for, like,
and
lightning.
this is we have to be specific on the Drake. We're talking comeback season Drake,
Oh, okay.
comeback season Drake, and so far
Gone
so
Drake.
far gone
Yeah.
Drake. Yeah.
It's-
Freddie Gibbs made his first
Oh, Freddie
emergence.
Gibbs, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, this is another Day in the Dream thing. Is that Big Sean again? No, that's something else.
So what the hell is
So maybe Big Sean doesn't own those songs. Somebody named Day in the Dream owns those songs because
don't
these are
know.
Freddie
Maybe
Gibbs
the
songs.
producer?
So that
and
must be
featuring?
like the DJ Khaled type of thing, where
Maybe.
that's the artist, but you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
DJ Khaled's the
I'm gonna have
artist.
to do some
Featuring?
research.
Yeah, we got to find out who this Day
Yeah.
in the Dream is because
Yeah.
that's the first time I've seen
Me
that.
too.
Whoa, this sounds hard as hell right now. I forgot Freddie Gibbs used to go in.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him in a
And
while.
see, the thing is crazy. Like some of these people popped and some of these people didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Damn, Freddie Gibbs was that nigga.
Yeah.
J. Cole, J. Electronica,
Yeah.
Exhibit A and C.
Jay Electronic.
Joey
Early Mac
Badass,
Miller.
Waves. That's when Waves came out.
Yeah.
Mac Miller was heavy. Michael Jordan. This is section.
Oh,
not
that's my
Michael
song.
Jordan. Kendrick Lamar.
That's
sorry.
a good song.
This is
So what
The song is called Michael
the song
Jordan.
is called
Okay,
Michael
yeah,
Jordan,
yeah.
but this is section 80. Section
Overly
80.
dedicated.
80. Yeah, that's
Overly dedicated. Overly
Yeah.
dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, She Needs Me is like my favorite.
Kid Cudi. We got that Day and Night. Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, old Lupe is just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Is that the fucking?
What?
They did put that one on there. The Lupe Fiasco over Jay-Z's Thank You. He killed that shit.
No, wait, hold on.
He killed that, bro. Remember Jay-Z's?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Blueprint
Yeah, I
3.
remember his. Yeah.
Lupe killed his shit. Yeah.
We are really high tonight.
Yeah. We are really high. Really high tonight. Yeah. Shut that pan, that pants for around that hat and tiger shoes. I got a lion's den inside the booth. That right there is point blank. This here is from where the sniper shoots.
You know, I think one of my favorite Lupe Fiasco verses is from the Everyone Knows remix by NERD.
Oh, yeah,
really?
Yeah. And Paris Tokyo. That's just a great song, too.
The Paris Tokyo remix is amazing.
Yeah.
With Pharrell and that girl Sarah Green was on that remix, which I haven't heard anything from her. Keys to the City is still on my playlist now. Nipsey Hussle, or Verge, CRS, Lupe, Kanye, and Pharrell when they came together. The Us Placers.
Wait, what?
Play that. Play that.
Yeah, play that. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, this song is amazing.
Did I hear Lupe?
You've heard this song. I
hope
I
you
gotta
heard
hear it. I gotta hear it. Yeah.
And you definitely remember the video. It was them and it was just a black screen behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just lifestyles of the rich and famous. Wanna be?
Oh yeah. Damn, I remember that for a while.
That blog era. The blog era.
This was such nostalgia, like going through this.
Yeah. Rich and famous. Oh my God!
Yeah.
It did have a video, right?
Yeah, it had a video.
Wow.
It was just them in front of a black screen, and it was kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was kids. There were kids that dressed like them in the video.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was like Pharrell kid, a kid version of Lupe and shit.
Yeah.
Balk when his anger to child.
This is a great song.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about this one.
I know, right?
And they love it. And I think the person singing on that is the one that was on Superstar with Lupe.
Sounds like him. I
The
can't think of
dude.
his name.
Wasn't his name Matt or something?
It sounds like the lead singer of Radiohead.
Oh shit, it might be. I don't know. It doesn't even have it on there. They didn't
I
even.
forgot all about
It's
that
like
song.
in the credits.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
Pac Div, yeah.
Pac Div. Oh, bruh.
Pac Div.
Me and Leon used to fuck with Pac Div
Yeah,
heavy,
Pac Div.
bruh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pac Div. See, I wasn't on Schoolboy Q came out in that era, but I wasn't on Schoolboy
Yeah.
Q
I
back
wasn't on
then.
him either.
Wale.
Of
So
course,
Wale.
of course. Wale kind of he
That was his
doing it.
era because
Yeah.
that was the Frasier. What the name of that shit
the
was?
one Seinfeld one.
The Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That was when that Seinfeld More About Nothing
There you
came
go.
out. Yeah,
Mhm.
More About Nothing. Then we got Wiz Khalifa, of
course.
course. Wiz Khalifa and Currency, they ran that shit.
Yeah.
They damn near ran that whole era, kind of.
Yeah.
Now the Campbells, I don't know who
I
the
don't
Campbells
know.
are at all. Never been. So this is another one of those situations where it says the Campbells never been, but this is a Wiz Khalifa song. So
Yeah.
maybe somebody else owns that song.
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just how it was on Audio Mac or something too, because people put their stuff in there.
Oh,
Weird,
true. That's true.
For
That's
the
true.
licensing and shit like that.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be that.
But yeah, man, I wonder what eras we can kind of wrap this up under.
And this is on what?
This is on Audio
What
Mac.
is this technology?
The playlist is on Audio Mac. She just made it.
Mm-hmm. The blog era, a playlist.
Yeah, I'll tweet it to you so you can
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish. See, she needs to make this shit on Apple Music. She probably
Yeah.
did. I'll try
Yeah.
because I don't have Audio Mac.
Mm-mm.
The blog era.
But
So-
the thing is, this music probably isn't on Apple Music.
That's right. That mixtape stuff's not on there,
Yep.
so I might have to download Audio Mac anyway, probably.
Mhm. But yeah, it was a nice little trip down memory lane. Going
That was a
through
nice
that.
little.
But
yeah.
then that means, I mean, like we're really not in like the blog era. People aren't doing
We're
that
not
anymore.
in it no more, bro.
Mm-mm.
Bro, because when I was, I
What
Artists
era
don't put out
is this?
mixtapes anymore.
That's what it is.
They really don't.
They don't because streaming has made everything easier to become an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can put an album out right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I miss those blog eras really bad, bro.
Where'd you
because
find this?
that
I
was
want
when,
that.
yeah,
That sounds
damn
right.
son,
Where'd you find this?
Because that was when like I had like a list of like 5 to 10 blog music sites that I would visit every day. And you pretty much downloaded like a song a day
Yeah.
Yeah.
from each of those sites. Like
Well, I use Hot New
If
Hip
not
Hop
more.
and Dat Piff.
I used to use Two Dope Boys, Herfection, Ill Roots, and Hypebeast, because Hypebeast had fashion and music.
Yeah.
And then I had a whole folder. I got to look through my folder. It's probably still on my Safari, actually.
Yeah.
Because I switched over to Chrome, and I didn't transfer the thing, but it's probably in there still. Like, that shit, like, I missed that blog era.
Yeah.
So I guess when it comes to, you know what's kind of funny? Yeah. Like, you know, like old school rappers, like niggas be like, you old niggas, like this would be my old nigga music.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like by the time I'm like 40, I'm going to be referring to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like,
with
this
the
was
same artists and shit.
With the same artists, this was the 90s to me. For my age, you know what I mean? Easily.
But hey, it's still great.
Because I feel like even the OGs respected this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because it was still...
They were still kind of rapping.
Like,
they were still rapping.
Like, nobody was mumbling here.
Yeah.
These are not mumble rappers.
Mumble rap is like the new wave of rap now.
Were there any mumble rappers
well, actually,
in that whole list?
I think it's on its way out. I think it's actually. I think
Migos
so.
have
It's
really
reached the point.
capitalized on it.
No, they
I feel like the Migos have never been mumble rappers.
Yeah. Well,
never. Because I'm considering mumble rappers as like
21 Savage.
No.
No.
Because I can hear everything he's saying. I consider mumble rappers
like
as
what's his name?
Future.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Future, Lil Pump,
Who's the one
Famous Dex.
On Havana? Young
Thug.
I used to. I don't consider.
What is he saying on that song?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even like that song.
There's some songs I don't know what he's saying, but
I rock with Young
Thug.
Thug.
Some songs.
I rock with Young Thug.
Yeah.
You showed me one where I was like, oh shit.
Thug be having bars on the low.
Yeah.
He be snapping on the low, so I can't even count him in that. But
bipolar.
like, I be considering the mumble rap when I like listen to it, and I really be like, I can listen to it 100 times. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
Or if I do hear what he's saying, it's not making any sense at all. Like,
I don't know. I think like.
I don't even know
the auto-tune era. Like I feel like it's on its it had its peak in 2017. Yeah. I think it's actually on its way out. Like I think there's going to be a more consensus where it's like, okay, I think we're reaching the point where a lot of people are going to be like, okay, at some point we want something new. Like we want hip hop to change. Like what I was saying, like that guy who has Gummo. And all that,
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like a new wave that's going to come in, like these sort of aggressive, screaming rappers.
Shit.
XX Testosterone. I feel like this rock kind of hip hop feel is going to start to come in, and then by maybe 2020, it'll be like
something
dudes like
else.
him. Yeah. Hip hop will sound totally different.
Yeah,
It'll probably be
that's true.
screamish. Hip hop always changing.
Well, that's true. I don't know.
I fuck with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I like him.
I don't even know.
Yo, I want to really shout out to Lil Pump. So let me tell you what Lil Pump did. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Lil Pump was signed to Warner Brothers before Gucci Gang and before he dropped the last album that Gucci Gang was on. Which Gucci Gang got, that album has bangers on it. Like he got tracks with like 2 Chainz and shit on there. The album is hard. D Rose, that's a big single he has. He got out of his contract over the last week because of a technicality. Because he wasn't as big of an artist, and it had something to do with his age because he's only 17, he's not 18 yet. He got out of it due to like a technicality and level of artist he was at that point when he signed it. So when he got Gucci Gang, and that became like the number one song in the country, just insane. The album is going platinum multiple times. He got out of his contract, which means he got all the masters to it.
So
he owns 100% rights of Gucci Gang album and the single.
And he's 17.
And before he had a 360, before he had a 360 deal where he was giving Warner Brothers 50% of that. Now he gets all 100 of it.
Damn.
Of the hottest song in the country.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a smart
shout out to that
smart
shit.
Move.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, bro. I think Lil Pump's gonna be around for a while. I like Lil Pump. I like Lil Pump. Yeah. Cause that motherfucker's crazy, yo. I just like how crazy he is.
He doesn't even do like the auto-tune thing.
He don't. He just be saying shit that don't make sense. But sometimes he says shit and it's just it don't ever rhyme. It just be funny.
Banger.
Yeah,
it's either funny
or
it's like
Fantano said too. He likes Lil Pump.
Yeah, I like Lil Pump.
Yeah, he was saying like he finds him just funny. Like
it's like
but I've never heard like
especially like on Gucci Gang when he said that me and my grandma take meds. I was like, damn, I love this song. Like, But because I feel like.
Suppose he was a spoof. Like, suppose he was just like
that nigga's crazy. No, he got expelled from his school because he threatened the principal on Twitter that he gonna chop his head off or some shit.
On Twitter? Oh yeah, he is 17. Yeah,
he crazy. Yeah, he was in. So he didn't drop out of high school and shit.
Yeah.
And it was Lil Pump is crazy, man. I think Lil Pump's gonna be around for a while though.
Okay.
Yeah. See, but I like. Well, I guess he's still young and all that stuff, but I like when rappers like they sort of like grow musically, because like
he's so
it's nice
young.
to see the progression.
Yeah. You know, see like how the artists started out to like where they are. You know, like they're growing as a person. You have new experiences.
Yeah.
Your music is naturally going to change if
Right.
you allow it to. You know, I like when artists do it. Sometimes I feel like when it comes to like hip hop, I was thinking about this the other day. I think like rappers who like listen to music other than like hip hop and R&B,
They're better.
Better music.
no, not better, but they push hip hop in interesting directions.
I would agree with that.
You know,
I would definitely agree with that.
I feel like all the interviews that I've seen for the people who are always doing something different than hip hop, they always say I really don't listen to a lot of rap. They always listen to other shit. I feel like
or they're just like they're taking inspiration from other places and
Right.
bringing it to hip hop and making
Right.
hip hop fresh and giving
That's
it
why
a
I
new
like Travis
sound.
Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
played
not
that
really
song.
into
I
his
gotta
stuff.
listen to that last album.
You do.
'Cause
There's
that
you gotta
song he
listen
played
to.
was hard.
Nah, it's
No.
shout out Travis Scott.
The rodeo. I
love
fuck with the
Travis
rodeo.
Scott.
I fuck with the rodeo.
Well, Huncho
album
Jack
hard.
is good.
Yeah, that's the one I have to listen to
Days
as well.
Before Rodeo. Did you listen to Days Before Rodeo? It's a
Nope.
couple.
Yeah.
Let's talk music.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's talk Travis Scott better.
Yeah. We
No,
do-
yeah. All I know is like his
His like
singles.
singles.
The
No.
singles, the
Well, if
shit,
you like
yeah.
the singles,
Yeah.
like some of his best songs aren't singles. That's not people say.
There's a
Oh,
lot of
deep
artists
cuts.
that are like
they say,
that.
"Oh, my
actually.
favorite Travis Scott song is Goosebumps." I'm like,
Yeah.
there's songs on the album like that are way better than that
Yeah,
song.
a lot of people do that too. Like
Yeah.
where they like put out the singles that are just like I guess to appease the you know whatever they like.
Yeah,
you know,
but the
whatever
real
fans
bangers
like.
are on the album.
But yeah, you know, and the different type of stuff.
But then you have some people who are the opposite, and the single is all they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people are wondering if Cardi B is going to be like that. You know, because her album hasn't come out yet.
But you know
But
what?
she's been killing her features.
But I think she's taken her time on the album, so
I
I think
think
it's
so,
gonna be
too.
good.
she's been killing her features.
She
But the way
has.
the streaming is working, you don't need to drop an album anymore.
Yeah,
No.
that's what somebody was saying. Like it was so odd to see her on the Tonight Show promoting a single. You know,
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
promoting an album.
It's because the way the streaming money is working.
It's almost like
you
I
don't.
said last time. It's like we're reaching a point where almost albums don't really matter.
Yeah, and then at the same time, so we think of the artists like Cardi B, and then especially the way the streaming works, artists like Cardi B and Tekashi 6ix9ine. So Tekashi 6ix9ine has Gummo, Kuda, and Kiki out right now.
Yeah.
I think Gumbo and Kuda are at least a couple times platinum.
Gumbo or Gummo?
Gummo.
Gummo. Okay.
And then Kiki just dropped today. That's going to go platinum as well. It's got Fetty Wap on there.
Yeah.
Now, what happens is when I do drop an album and I put those 3 songs on there, they add all those streams to the album sales.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
you
All right.
already starting your album off 500,000 sold. Kinda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how they equate it. Like,
Okay.
so that because
Slide
I
it
didn't,
over.
because I didn't realize it was like that till 2 Chainz said that. Because I think when he was on Everyday Struggle, they asked him, "How come you put the Good Drink song on there?" He was like, "In streaming, when you transfer your songs to an album, it counts for that album sales. So it's like." You can start off 100,000 up already,
Yeah.
or some crazy number up.
That makes
And then
sense.
that needle,
Yeah.
you know, that bar or whatever, like how
Yeah.
many people downloaded it and shit.
Yeah,
high.
and then on top of that, I'm promoting the whole album, so there's more
Right.
people gonna go back and listen to it. So it's like, I was like, damn, that's kind of like
Genius.
that streaming money is kind of real.
Yeah.
You like when it comes like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So like you said, we should probably try to end off with some sort of wise words or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
something positive.
Coke and Puri.
I do have some. I do have
Through with
something.
you.
I do have something that I listened to. It's from Taxstone. If you guys know anything about Taxstone, he's in jail right now. He was like a huge podcast underneath Charlemagne the God, who brought him into the podcasting world. He took over within like a year. Like he had Joe Budden on there.
Okay.
They got into an altercation. Joe left. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that was like
he was
old Joe?
old Joe. Yeah, like
old,
no, like 2 years ago. But he was a huge artist,
him.
and he was beefing with Troy Ave. The incident in Irving Plaza involved him and Troy Ave. So that's why he's in jail. Because remember, Troy Ave's bodyguard passed away.
Yeah.
So he's been in jail a year, starting tomorrow. I haven't heard any word from him, no interviews or anything, but he just came on somebody's podcast.
Okay.
Over the phone. I don't know what part of this is hot. I don't know what part of this is. I'm sure it's positive, though.
Oh, you haven't even heard it.
I have heard the whole episode. I just don't know what this 1 minute clip is. But I've
Okay.
seen this clip going around, and I listened to the whole thing already.
Yeah.
So he was dropping gems the whole time.
Oh,
That's
wow,
just,
okay.
That's just what he does when he talks. He just drops gems consistently. So
You gotta appreciate those people.
yeah, so I guess this last minute I can play this Taxstone, free Taxstone.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get out of here because he was a hit to the it was a hit when we lost him in the podcasting world.
Damn.
It was a hit because I don't know if you ever listened to Tax Season, but it was phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal. But yeah, man, we'll get out of here with some words from Tax Stone since that nigga finally spoke after a year of being in jail, and then we'll be out of here, people.
All right.
It's basically it's self-genocide, you know what I mean? Because they look up to guys that's maybe 50 years old, have been in jail for 25 years and never touched an iPhone screen before, you know what I mean? They look up to guys that when they come home, they live with their grandmother, so they gotta have sex real quiet and put a pillow over the girl's head because you can't moan too loud, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you can't look up to people like that. So I ask shit like this, like, what's your favorite movie? And guys will say shit like, yo, Menace to Society is my favorite movie. And I'll be like, yo, why? They be like, yo, I just love Old Dog. He was so gangster. And then I ask them, I'll be like, yo, what you about? You about being gangster or you about money? And they say shit like, you know, I'm about money. So I'll be like, why the fuck you like Old Dog for? Old Dog was broke. You know what I mean? Old Dog was a broke gangster. He was in the liquor store shooting Asians because they said something about his mother taking $60 from him. You know what I mean? Why would Tupac and Juice be the person you looked up to? Because all he had to his name was some.
Yeah, that sucks. They cut it off. But another thing that he, but another thing that he said in this episode, he was actually talking about reading because we were talking about it as well. And he was like, once I heard the quote, if you ever want to hide anything from a black person, put it in a book. He was like, that's the last thing I needed to hear. So he was like, ever since I heard that quote, I've been reading ever since.
Yeah.
So that'll be another thing that he said in that interview.
Wow. No, that's a good one.
We could leave this episode off with.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to hide anything from a black person, put it in a book. So at
Reading
that
Rainbow,
point,
man.
we need to read, people.
Do not
We need
let
to read,
LeVar Burton's work go in vain.
Facts. But we out of here, man. It's a 3-0 podcast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe,
Please
follow
do.
all of us.
Yes.
And we will see y'all again next week.
Yeah.
Peace.
Adios.